Hello my lads, what is up? On the previous episode we didn't actually do much. We were mostly preparing for a future war. We were building up our depleted armies and we were mostly waiting for our infamy to go down and be able to be a little bit more proactive in international politics. However, just a few months before I could go after the Ottomans and reclaim Constantinople, a second war started between the Austrians and the Germans. This time, however, France will not support Germany. It is just Germany and England. So yeah, judging from the political situation, I really don't have any other option but to help the Austrians. And hopefully this time our slightly superior preparation and the fact that I have managed to bridge the gap between my technology and the German technology will hopefully ensure that I will be able to win the war a little bit more easier. Though, as a matter of fact, this time Germany doesn't have any bagged out troops. So this time we will probably fight against the full strength of Germany. In any case, let us begin. I am kind of worried about my budget a little bit, so I will probably have to end this war fast, and I will also probably have to rely a little bit less on mobilization. So the first battle began and it doesn't look too horrifying, especially since they actually have a reasonable general. I think that this will be much easier. The Brits are trying to land some troops on the island isles, however they only have transports in this fleet of theirs, so let me see if I will be able to intercept them. I did reach them, but they already managed to land these troops 2 days ago, so hopefully I will be able to stack wipe those transports before any naval reinforcements arrive. On the German front, on the meanwhile, it is even more hopeless for the Germans this time, and the reason for this is mostly because not only this time my tech is superior, but also because apparently Austria-Hungary is pretty strong actually if you help them out and you give them an opportunity to reach this stage without them losing any major wars like they usually do without player intervention. It should be a matter of months, I believe. So yeah, we obviously got a pretty massive victory over the British fleet. 14 of their ships were sunk. It also gave us the opportunity to trap 45,000 British troops on the island isles, forgive me. They really don't have anywhere to go unless the Brits bring in more naval reinforcements. It would have been much better if we got the Anglos to drown, but for now I will just take this victory of mine. We are fighting a pretty massive battle against the Germans here on Katowice, but typically the Iliad AI is being brain dead and it is not bringing any reinforcements. So yeah, I think that those Germans will be able to survive for at least a few more weeks. So that's something I could really not have to deal with right now. It looks like France declared a war on Korea to humiliate them, I think. Yeah. It is pretty stupid, however, as their sphere leader and protector, I am kind of bound to protect them. So yeah, in the end, this war will end up involving France as well. I suppose though it's not that bad because I have good relations with Belgium, so I will probably be able to send my troops all the way through Germany into Belgium and attack France. On the meantime, on the European front, Berlin is getting occupied, and the Anglos are still trapped on those islands, with no way out. The Anglos are coping for their failures in Europe by occupying worthless provinces in Alaska. Pretty pathetic. It's pretty stupid how you cannot grant statehood if you are at war. I have no idea why this would ever be a mechanic. Though, now that I think of it, I suppose that if you declared war on a country with the aim of taking a colony, and that colony was granted statehood in the middle of the war, it would kind of screw the attacker over. I suppose that this must be the reason. In any case, it's annoying. Okay, so we captured some imam in Caucasia, which apparently genocides the Chechens. I don't know. It says something about reducing the population of some Sunni popes for up to 85%, which is nice. I really don't want to see another annoying rebellion in this province. Peace is restored. I hope so. And once again, city rolls are attacking me. So we captured Berlin. However, in this war, Austria is the war leader, so it really is up to them as to what happens and how long this war will last. Honestly, I can't believe how crap the AI is. The Austrians just went on to occupy this province, even though we are fighting yet another decisive battle here on Katowice. Holy shit, I already kind of regret disbanding some of my conscripts. I really shouldn't have trusted Austria so much. On the bright side, we massacred almost 17,000 Germans outside of Berlin, and we are on the process of wiping out another 20,000 Germans south of Magdeburg. Unfortunately, just as I was about to wipe out the Germans, they managed to retreat on the exact same day that the month ended, so they completely replenished most of the casualties that I caused them, which is kind of annoying. Of course, I got some conscript reinforcements, so I am still going to hunt them down. Though, of course, this would have been much easier if the Austrian AI wasn't so brain dead. On the bright side, however, it looks like these troops over here are among the last resistance that Germany will have to offer, with the majority of their mainland being under occupation and the few remaining armies that they have being mostly conscripts. So yeah, I can't imagine this war lasting for much longer. And of course, the Brits are still trapped here. And it looks like we will finally manage to wipe them out. They retreated, but they don't really have anywhere to go. The Brits also invaded Port Arthur, but this one I will not defend because not only are they complete professionals, which means that my Asian garrison here is not enough, but I also don't have really a strong naval presence here, so I will not be able to even send any troops, considering the fact that China won't give military access to either of us. So yeah, let them stay there. It's not that they will achieve anything in the long run. And yeah, with these last few victories, Germany is pretty much done for. I really hope for the Austrians to sue for peace so I can move my troops to Belgium and launch an invasion to France. I really have to wonder how on the earth did those 15,000 Germans ended up in Alaska. On the meantime, their country is being raised, but I suppose that they really wanted to reinforce the breach anyways. Okay, so peace was finally signed, the Austrians didn't ask for anything, and with me having around 250,000 troops on German soil, I think that I will station them on Belgium and try and overwhelm France. Unfortunately for me though, France has mobilized, so it might not be as easy as I would like it to be. Oh, never mind, I didn't notice. I just realized that I can actually call my allies to help them. I believe that I can even call for Belgian help. Yes, I can. I was under the impression that since I was intervening in favor of Korea, and since Korea only has me as an ally, that I wouldn't be able to call my allies, but apparently I can. So this is my force, and with most of my troops concentrated where I want them to, I think that I will launch my attack. So the French have around 120,000 soldiers near Dunkirk, but since most of them appear to be conscripts, with some luck it should be a massacre. And yeah, the first one of these battles ended up with 86,000 casualties for the French and only 26,000 casualties for me. And despite their numerical superiority, as you can see, their armies are almost exclusively infantry, which leads me to believe that once again their professional army is stuck somewhere on the colonies and that the mainland is defended mostly by conscripts. Another 21,000 casualties for the French, and another 85,000 casualties on Charleville. And a few days later, their force has completely disintegrated. Out of the hundreds of thousands of troops that they started on the front with, they have almost nothing. Paris is getting occupied, and yeah, they are pretty much going to accept anything. Normally, I would ask for terms, but my infamy being at the spot that it currently is, I will just settle for a white peace. We have something far more important to go for after all. There we go. I can also state perm now. Demobilize. Note how after all of these wars, my manpower has depleted to the point where I only have 29 full strength brigades available. That's pretty sad. So yeah, as a result I will have to encourage soldiers for at least a bunch of years. Oh, and I just realized that since my troops are now in Belgium and since Germany doesn't like me that much, I will have to ship them, all of them, all the way back to Russia. This will take a while. And now that we're done with all these wars and now that we definitely have the infamy to spare, I think that I will take this great game event in order to puppet Kunduz. And this game just won't give me a break, will it? Now the British decided to declare war on Egypt, which is actually horrible because the majority of my army is trapped in Belgium and my ships need to pass by the English Channel in order to bring them back to safety. So yeah, I will leave them to their own devices for a little while at least, and intervene in their favor as soon as possible. And of course, I will immediately justify a casus belli for Constantinople because I am done waiting. I will just do this here and now. Oh, and I fucking forgot to do the exploit where you click on the invitation to war and then you just never answer to it. So my alliance with them just broke. Though I do believe that if the Brits build some war score against them, then I will be able to use the intervene in war function, probably, so it's fine. And I won't even bother offering them an alliance again, because I just know that the AI will not invite me. It has happened countless of times. That's just how it is. Just got discovered for 8.7 infamy, not that bad to be honest, could be worse. It's so annoying how the AI doesn't notice how they are in my sphere of influence and they declare war as if nothing is happening. Even Ethiopia declared war on them. They completely disregarded the fact that I am in their sphere and that I am obviously going to intervene in their favor. So dumb. And I just subjugated Kunduz, so all that's left now is Kokand, and all of the Turkic Central Asian states will be mine. Oh, and to speak of the devil, I just got a great game event to subjugate Kokand. So yeah, I will take it for just one infamy and be done with the Central Asian politics. Oh, and finally, since it is 1870, I can finally abolish serfdom. It really took me a while, but I suppose that better late than never. This decision also makes me lose for infamy, which is definitely great, especially now, judging from how high my infamy is. So yeah, no more serfdom now. Hopefully this will improve my horrible promotion rates. I cannot intervene because I have a truce with the United Kingdom. I like how the United Kingdom can attack Egypt, even though they are under my protection and I have a truce with them, but because I failed to click the notification in time, I cannot join the Egyptians. So fucking stupid. But I do suppose that it is not the end of the world. They are just going to get Adana, which they will probably not be able to protect properly. So my casus belli against the Ottomans is finally ready. They are still allied with Spain, however, but I really don't plan to allow Spain to get in the way. I will just declare the war, and if they intervene, they intervene. I won't care. Spain did end up intervening, but they will probably not be a problem. They only have 19 ships, and my Black Sea fleet alone can easily take them on, I believe. As for the invasion, I launched it with just 120,000 men. Since the Ottomans are pretty down and the difference between our tech levels is considerable, I wonder how the Turks can just casually walk to Uskudar if I am blockading them. Since I was under the oppression that in Victoria 2 you can completely blockade straits and it doesn't matter if the defender has control over both ends of the strait. I don't know. Overall, the war is going pretty smoothly, other than a pretty big army that I didn't notice has advanced on Armenia, and I am worried that the fact that they are on hills and they have a river might cause me a lot of casualties. There is also an ongoing rebellion on Persia, and for whatever reason, Persia has absolutely zero troops, so I will probably have to win it for them. And yeah, as I was fearing, I did end up getting wrecked pretty badly here. Not only because of their natural defensive advantage, but they also have a +4 general. So yeah, Armenia will probably have to figure shit out on its own for a while at least. And while the Turks are occupied with them, I will have to deal with this reactionary rebellion on Persia. And holy fuck, they actually followed me. They followed my retreating troops all the way to Trebizond. Now they will probably stag wipe me. Holy shit, I didn't expect that. Oh, okay, apparently I cannot cross the strait until I capture Constantinople. On the bright side, that last year of Encouraging soldiers paid off dividends. And my manpower is back to pre-war levels. On the meantime, the Turks have somehow managed to raise their force to over 80,000 here on the east, which is pretty annoying because the east is mostly filled with mountains. However, on the bright side, the Armenians did surrender, so they will now be forced to confront me here on the west, where my manpower is superior and my strategic position is also better. And holy shit, this is such a joke. Since the Persians were allied with the Egyptians called the Persians to war and they accepted, and now the Swedes, who got called to war by the Brits, are invading Persia, and I can't do anything about it because of those dumbass limitations that this game's engine has. So stupid. I can help them against rebels, but I can't help them against actual invaders. So stupid. Oh, and let's not forget about the fact that for whatever reason the Persians completely dismantled their army. Holy shit, what is even happening? So now the Turks are going full retard and they are going to attack me on Ankara. And even though their general is obviously superior to mine, I have a river and a hill and my technology is hopelessly superior to theirs. So even if I get some really unlucky rolls, I am pretty sure that 100% I win this. And yeah, it really ended up being terrible for them. They are dying like flies. I'm going to watch this. Yeah, that's right. Not cutting this one. Yeah, you're going to watch this. All the way to the end. That's right. Oh, what? They want to retreat? Oh no. No retreating. Yeah, how about that? Oh, they also have their fleet there. There, I will also drone them. Let's go. Come on. Actually, just in case they don't get stag wiped. Yes, they ended up not getting stag wiped. I also wanna get their fleet. The Spanish are not really doing anything, and the Bulgarians can handle their own, I believe. Oh, and they have another 40,000 troops here. I will have to do something about this. Killing Turks never gets boring in this game. Neither does drowning them. Just die already. Oh. So despite me having an army marching to Kayseri, I suppose Kayseri is what the Turks call Caesarea. And yeah, even though they do have Emin Pasha, this time they do not have hills and they probably also don't have a river. They do have this, but I'm not sure if it will apply on an attack from Iconium. So yeah, I will actually go on with this. And I will replace this +3 attack guy with this +4 attack guy. So we will be evenly matched in terms of generals. The Turkish fleet finally got wiped out. Unfortunately, I also lost 3 heavy ships in the process, but they were obsolete anyways. They were men of wars. I will have to update my fleet anyways sooner or later. So let's go. Whoa, I am losing quite some men, even though I didn't get a terrible roll. That's weird. But yeah, they are still doomed. I will definitely run them down because I really don't want them to replenish. This is so fucked up. Egypt also has now reactionaries rising up against them, so I will have to ship in some troops to help them. Otherwise they are going to revert all of the Egyptian reforms, and that would be a huge waste, judging from the fact that they are partially westernized. I wanna help them out. So yeah, this war ended up getting a little bit more horrible for Egypt than I initially expected. In addition to Adana, they will also lose Aleppo, and Sweden will also demand a Persian state for themselves. I will also have to take care of Sweden sooner or later. They are really overstepping their boundaries, and I don't wanna have them end up as a great power. So once again, Spain ended up surrendering on Turkey's behalf. I was hoping that Bulgaria would end up adding a war goal so that I could also liberate some more territory for free, but they didn't, which is fine I guess, not that huge of a deal. So yeah, finally it is done. Thrace's population is 53% Sunni and 42% Orthodox, which isn't bad I guess. The less Turks it has the better. I will immediately begin by encouraging immigration here, since I really want to Russify Constantinople, or Tsargrad rather. I wonder if there is an event to rename them. I suppose that there must be, but if there isn't, then I will probably do it manually. Oh, there is apparently, it's just that being at peace is one of the conditions. Oh, and you can even choose. You can choose between naming it Constantinople or Tsargrad. Which one do you guys prefer? Obviously, I prefer Constantinople, but Tsargrad, would it be more appropriate roleplay wise? Would historically Russia have renamed it to Tsargrad instead of Constantinople? I am not sure. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, setting that aside, it really looks great to look at. Now my entrance to the Mediterranean is secured. I will no longer have to worry about my ships getting stuck here in case I get in a war with Turkey. And you know, it also has a nice feeling to it, somehow. And if I am able to increase the Russian population and make Christians the majority, that would be even greater. Anyways, thank you my lads for watching. Sorry for taking my time to upload, but lately I've had one of those I can't even bother to play video games periods, where I just browse the internet and watch videos all day and I can't even motivate myself to do anything productive. Or anything unproductive for that matter. I couldn't even bother to play video games. But I am kind of better now, and I will probably be uploading a little bit more regularly, at least on a weekly basis. As always, thank you for watching. This is going to be the spot where I will be wrapping things up. It was a pretty nice episode. We dealt with the Germans and the Anglos, we invaded the frogs. We couldn't quite protect Egypt and Persia, which is bad, but we made up for it by reclaiming Constantinople. Also, my infamy is at 19, which isn't that bad. So hopefully on the next episodes we will be able to be a little bit more active internationally. Kicking out the Anglos and the Swedes out of the Middle East will be among my priorities. If I had more infamy to spare, I would probably also go for Kurdistan and liberate them so that I have a direct land access to Egypt or the future occupied territories of England, instead of having to deal with asking Turkey for military access, but it's not a huge deal. Sooner or later the Congress of Berlin event will fire, which will hopefully result in the Turks getting completely kicked out of Europe without any war. And I really hope that this happens, because if it doesn't happen, then I will have to spend infamy myself in order to get them liberated. I also have a few more things to settle with the Chinese. This province here is a core of mine, and I also wanna get Manchuria for myself. But most importantly, we really have to punish the English for being what they are. This entire game they have been complete pests, constantly declaring wars unprovokedly, being annoying, being perfidious, typical Anglo stuff. I suppose that this is one part where Victoria 2 is historically accurate. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I do hope that you will be looking forward to the next one. Goodbye, lads.